Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about a fruit that's, well, it's way more than just a fruit. It's a national symbol, an economic engine, and a cultural obsession. We're diving deep into India's mango kingdom.
To get a sense of just how massive this kingdom is, look at this number: 50%. India grows nearly half of all the mangoes on Earth. That's right, half the world's supply. It's a level of dominance that's almost hard to believe.
And even with India, the scale is just staggering. You've got these absolute powerhouses, Uttar Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh, which together account for about half of the country's entire production. This isn't just farming, it's a massive national industry.
So let's officially step inside and explore the foundations of this kingdom. What makes the king of fruits reign so supreme in India?
You know, that title, King of Fruits, it's not just some cute nickname. For millions of farmers, it's their livelihood. And for the nation, it's a core piece of its identity, woven into everything from sacred traditions to the food on your plate.
Let's try to put these numbers into perspective. We're talking about over 25 million tons of mangoes every single year. That's grown on an area of land so huge, it's roughly the size of a small country. This kingdom is truly vast.
But, you know, like in any good story about a kingdom, this one is facing some very real, very serious threats that could shake it to its core.
And that's really the big question we're asking today. Because behind all the impressive numbers, there's a quiet battle going on, a fight against new enemies that are putting this whole system at risk.
The biggest adversary? It's climate change. The perfect, predictable weather that mangoes need is becoming a thing of the past. These crazy heat waves and erratic weather patterns are throwing the tree's natural rhythms completely out of whack. This means flowers show up late, fewer fruits actually grow, and more of them just drop off the branch before they're ready.
Now, this isn't just some abstract agricultural problem. It's hitting people hard. In some of the key growing regions like Goa and Maharashtra, farmers have seen their income plummet by as much as 80%. I mean, can you imagine? That's not just a bad season, that's potentially ruinous.
And as if that's not enough, there's also this invisible enemy. It's something called physiological disorders. Now, this isn't about bugs or fungus. These are mysterious breakdowns inside the fruit itself, often triggered by all that environmental stress. The fruit is literally falling apart from the inside out.
And here's a look at the most wanted. You've got things like black tip, which is caused by pollution from brick kilns. But then there are the really insidious ones, like spongy tissue. This is the absolute nightmare for growers of the famous Alfonso mango. It creates this sour, mushy patch inside a fruit that looks totally perfect from the outside. These are tough, complex problems.
But the kingdom is not defenseless. There's a whole army of scientists and researchers fighting back to protect the king of fruits. So, let's meet the guardians of the throne. Across the country, you've got these elite institutions leading the charge. Places like the Central Institute for Subtropical Horticulture in Lucknow. And this isn't just a few scattered scientists, it's a coordinated national defense, with top research centers and state universities all working together. So what's their mission? It's really twofold. On one hand, they're like librarians of the mango world, carefully preserving the genetic blueprint of over 700 unique traditional varieties. But at the same time, they're engineers, working to design the mango of the future. And this is where the story gets really cool. It shifts from just defending the kingdom to actively forging a new, stronger crown. Let's look at the incredible innovations they're coming up with.
Okay, check this out. We all know the Alfonso, right? The flavor is world famous, but let's be honest, it's kind of fragile. It has a short shelf life and doesn't handle stress well. So scientists created hybrids like Arunika. It's got that amazing flavor we love, but it's built tough, with a longer shelf life and way more resilience to a changing climate. It's a real game changer.
The innovation isn't just in the lab either, it's out in the fields. Farmers are getting a serious tech upgrade. Think AI systems telling them exactly when and how much to water, drones flying overhead to spot pests early, and tiny sensors in the ground monitoring soil health. It's making mango farming smarter and way more efficient.
And the protection doesn't stop when the mango leaves the tree.
The tech follows it all the way to the consumer. A quick dip in hot water gets rid of any lingering pests. Then, a super thin, completely edible coating is applied to seal in all that freshness. And finally, controlled storage can make a mango last for up to 4 weeks, which is absolutely crucial for getting them to markets around the world.
So after all these threats and all this incredible innovation, what does the future look like? Let's turn the page to the King's next chapter.
Well, the good news is these efforts are really paying off. Even with all the climate challenges, exports are bouncing back. And while you see the usual big buyers like the UAE and the US, look who's now the top destination, Saudi Arabia. It just goes to show how adaptable the industry is.
And maybe this is the most important number of all. Overall production has stabilized. After facing down some pretty existential threats, the kingdom has managed to hold strong. This figure tells a story not of decline, but of amazing, hard-fought resilience.
Which brings us to our final lingering question. The fight is definitely not over. India has proven that with science and ingenuity, it can defend its mango kingdom. But as the climate keeps shifting, this race between nature's fury and human innovation is only going to get more intense. The ultimate test will be whether technology can keep the king on its throne for generations to come.